Today I saw something I had never seen before. The finger of God, that mysterious power that wrote on stone, that struck Egypt, that parted the sea, has a face. That finger became flesh. That finger has a name. His name is Jesus. In the Old Testament, the finger of God wrote the law on tablets of stone. In the New Testament, that same finger touched lepers and wrote mercy on hearts. The finger that once carved judgment into rock now carves love into flesh. And I realized Jesus is the embodiment of that finger. He is God's personal touch on humanity. But what moves me most is this: Jesus did not train to become the finger of God. He didn't attend a prophetic school, a rabbinic course, or a healing seminar. He didn't learn techniques or rehearse formulas. He simply emptied himself, as Philippians says. He made himself nothing, taking the form of a servant, walking among us as one fully human. He didn't try to act like God. He allowed God to act through him. That's the secret. Divine life flows through emptiness, not effort. The more he emptied himself, the more the Father filled him. The more he yielded, the more heaven could move. He said, "The Son can do nothing by himself. He only does what he sees the Father doing." That is not limitation. It is perfect alignment. It is what made him the living finger of God. Every miracle he performed, the blind seeing, the dead rising, the storm silenced, was not a display of his self-power, but the Father's life flowing through a surrendered vessel. He never repeated a method. He never relied on a formula. Each act of healing was a fresh expression of the Father's heart in that very moment. One day he spits on mud, another day he just speaks, another he lays a hand. There was no technique, only relationship. He was not practicing power, he was abiding in presence. And I suddenly saw how far our modern mindset has drifted. We chase training, impartation, mentorship, certification, ordination, hoping to learn the power of God. But Jesus shows another way. Be still, empty, yield. Let the Spirit flow. The kingdom is not mastered by method, it's manifested by intimacy. When the Pharisees saw him, they were offended, not because of his failures, but because of his freedom. He had no official title, no institutional backing, no rabbinic diploma, yet demons fled, diseases vanished, and hearts awakened. They couldn't control him because he belonged fully to the Father. He was not a product of man's system. He was the touch of heaven walking on earth. And I realize now that he is showing me how to live the same way. Not by trying to perform miracles, but by learning to be empty enough for God to move, to become a vessel, not a performer, to express the Father's compassion, not to impress the world, to be available, not anxious, to be still enough that when the Father moves his hand, I move with him. That is the life of sonship. That is the rhythm of heaven on earth. Not striving to become the finger of God, but allowing Christ, the true finger, to live through me. Father, teach me the way of emptiness. Strip from me the layers of self-effort and performance. Let my heart be soft clay under your touch. As Jesus yielded to you completely, teach me to do the same. I don't want to imitate power, I want to host presence. Let your Spirit flow through me like it flowed through Jesus. Effortlessly, compassionately, purely. Make me a vessel through which your finger still writes, still heals, still loves. In Jesus' name, amen.